Hello, Cancers. Let's take a look at what the tarot cards have to tell you, have to say to you. And the Queen of Cups is your advice, which shouldn't be difficult for you because it is in your element. And the reason why it seems that you have to pull back and be within and follow your heart and pay attention to your feelings and analyze your emotions is that right now some of you are on a path. You've made a decision, right, as to what you actually want. But now you're being tempted with Seven of Cups, tempted with other options, tempted with other routes, with other pathways. And for some of you, you are going to see what they are, what those choices are. Okay, you're gonna see that they are a waste of your time at this time, a waste of time, a waste of your time at this time. Yes, and maybe I'm saying time twice because of the fact that we have the Wheel of Fortune that talks about cycles. Okay, when things go up, when things go down, when you're lucky, when you're feeling unlucky, when it's all about you, when it's about others. But I mean, in the big, you know, scheme of things, we can look at it from the season point of view, right? Um, so right now we are in Aquarius season, which is about our dreams, the groups of friends that we have, the associations that we are part of. And some of you are trying to figure out, well, why did I even decide to go on that route in the first place, right? We do have Mars in Cancer that's retrograde for those of you that follow astrology. And even though Mars does not feel great in Cancer because technically Aries, it is a representative. Aries is the representative of Mars, and which is more about aggression, you know, action, external, outward view. Like it's you see me, it's about me. While Cancer is about feelings and it's about, motherhood and the home, and it's definitely about the past. So that retrograde period is about you Cancers thinking about why did you even decide to, you know, be in that relationship, to take that job, um, to have kids, um, to be friends with these people, to be part of that association. What exactly did you want to achieve? Okay. Some of you, you might see that the connections or the relationship or the situationship is not really giving you everything that you want. Okay, you feel like you're being pulled toward what other people want. This is why it's asking you to be the Queen of Cups, to go back within yourself. The Queen of Cup energy, what is similar, uh, the Queen of Cups energy is similar to Aries in the fact that they can take time off for themselves. They know how to be alone. They know how to act alone. Okay, they don't need help for from anybody about, let's say it's a project. You know what you want to do. You don't really need help to get it started. You don't need really help to shape it, to make it into uh, the mold, or whichever way your vision, whichever way you see it. You don't need anybody to do that for you. You don't need anybody to shape it for you. You might need assistance you know from time to time, but for the big picture, that's not something that you need. You don't really need to rely on other people for that. Okay. And there's a sense of needing to really address the issue of, are you happy in those relationship, in those situationship? Are you truly happy where you are? Is it emotionally fulfilling? Because for some of you, you are going to recognize that certain connections are not ideal. Okay. Maybe they started out good. Maybe they started out in a way that was completely different as to what it is right now, um, but you're not really feeling like it's your cup of tea. And I mean, I understand that you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And also, when you're making a decision, it's supposed to be about you, it's about your interests, and of course, it's about your loved ones. But it's you that's making the decisions and it's affecting you, okay? There's a sense of cause and effect here as to what you've attracted here, because Seven of Cups is usually associated with Venus in Scorpio. So Venus feels comfortable in Taurus and Libra, okay? It's about, attraction and being magnetic, right? And for anybody that follows the law of attraction, there's a lot of correlation to Taurus and Libra and the houses where Venus is situated in your chart, okay? Or where these signs are in your chart. That's something that's easy for you to have or to maneuver. Unless you are in Aries, of course, unless you have, I'm sorry, yeah, unless you are in Aries, but unless you have Aries placements, you might have that little issue with, Libra, the opposite sign, because it's going to check you. It's going to check your mind. It's going to check your subconscious, your intentions. It's going to check if you are on the right path. And with Venus in Scorpio, it's you're attracting what you feel, right? So it's kind of difficult to be able to mold that, to shape that into something that you can see when it's about your feelings. And sometimes our feelings, our emotions can get pretty much chaotic. So sometimes we have to get into that Queen of Cups energy to analyze it, to understand what's really going on. Because for some of you, this Wheel of Fortune energy, which is usually representative of Jupiter, is going to show you the way. Like for some of you, if you are confused at this time, if you have nowhere to go, if you feel like you don't have any help, or if you feel like you keep attracting things that you don't want or that you no longer want to entertain, right? You're going to need to state what you want and stand in it because that is your ticket out. That is your ticket out. That is your winning ticket out. That's your freedom right there. That's your exit strategy. That is your getaway. So, for some of you, because you are saying no and you're standing in your no and you know what you no longer want, but you're paying attention to what you want, the Wheel of Fortune is coming through for you. It's a lucky time. It's a lucky time to be alive because you are realizing how powerful you are. Cause and effect is real at an emotional level, especially at an emotional level. So something better is going to come. Something incomplete is going to become complete. Whether you are letting go of it altogether or you're letting God take over because you're like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to make this become this. Usually I say this because this is 10, but technically it's like, I don't know how to make the 7 of Cups become the 10 of Cups. And even if you're doing the right things at this time and you're paying attention to your intuition, you're paying attention to your feelings, okay? And you're not letting anybody p- persuade you one way or the other. Y- There might be a temporary period of wait. Certain decisions are made on your behalf behind the scenes. You're not aware of it at this time. Some of you, it's all about patience. 7 of Cups could talk about spirituality, could talk about the spiritual world, could talk about that a path has been made for you spiritually speaking. And it's going to be as if, you know, it's going to be as if miracle has occurred once you see what's actually in store for you at this time. So, Cancer, pay attention to the foundation of a relationship. Pay attention to how a connection started, why it started. Why did you say yes to this job? Why did you become part of this association? Why did you decide to join this group of friends? Or why is this person your best friend? Why is this person your partner at this time? Seven of Cups could talk about mirror. What is at this time when you're just kind of taking a picture of your life in that frozen scene? What is it telling you at this time? Can you can you see certain details? Can you see certain things that are sticking out that shouldn't be there? It's time for you to make a decision. But first, you're gonna need to feel. And Cancer, that's your domain.